Are you at La Quinta? Gotta cover the bottoms. No one wants to see that.
Blur it out. A nice room.
Welcome to La Quinta Resort. This is the view from our room. We got an upgrade into a spa studio. This is one of our favorite hotels in the world, La Quinta Resort and Spa in La Quinta, California. We're staying here for one night. Super excited. We haven't been here in a while, and we're loving this room. As you can see, it's a very spacious room. It's called the Spa Studio. We have the 2 queen beds up there. You have a couch. You have like a whole living area here. Multiple TVs. It's just a little walk up these stairs. He's loving the stairs, of course. And then the bathroom, very spacious bathroom. Although all of the bathrooms at La Quinta are fairly spacious, but this is going to be even more spacious because it's an upgraded room. So you have the bathtub, which will be nice for bathing the little guy later. Then you have the double vanities and little toilet room in there. Pretty happy with this room. We actually haven't stayed in this part of the resort yet. This is our first time here. We usually stay more towards the front of the resort, but now we're staying kind of near the back area of the resort. And this back area is where all the really nice rooms are. We were able to get a good deal on this. I have a little bit of Hilton status, so we were able to get an upgrade, and we're super excited. It's actually not too terribly hot today, so let's go outside and take a look around the grounds and kind of show you what we're working with here. Again, yeah, that view says it all. Really spectacular. This is basically our own pool to use. There are roughly 42 pools throughout the resort, and so you have plenty of options. Every little area has kind of this, where they have their own pool section, but if it's too crowded or it's just not, you don't want to go into that particular pool for whatever reason, you can go into another section. Even if you're not staying in that section, you can go and try out that pool. So that's what we like most about this place. Here's the view. This is actually this is a little bit more of a balcony than what we have on the other side, but it looks into the parking lot. So not quite as fancy, but can't really complain. You can have a seat right here. So like I was saying, there's 42 pools here throughout La Quinta. So it gives you plenty of options. If we don't want to go into this pool, we can go into one of the other 42 pools that are here. Let's go back inside, shall we? Usually when we stay here, we're staying in a casita, which are those little, it's like a Spanish style, almost like a little farmhouse. And those are fine, but these spa studios are really next level. I mean, just the space you get, the intimacy kind of being back here secluded into this section of the resort, something we're not used to, so we're gonna enjoy it here. Here's our little walkway leaving the spa studio. And then it opens right up to the parking lot. You can get out to your car really easily, and it goes into the pool area and the rest of the resort. Like I was saying, at La Quinta's been around, quite a party going on here. La Quinta's been around for what, since the early 1900s. It's a very old resort here in the Palm Springs area. It's sort of like a maze when you're walking through the resort. There's all these different directions you can go in, but everything kind of leads towards the front where the restaurants are. That's really the main area. No strolling needed. So the room types here at La Quinta, like I was saying, you have the casitas, which are kind of the regular rooms that are more towards the front. We've stayed there the majority of the visits. Then you have the studios, the spa studios, like where we're staying, where they have the stairs and it's a little more spacious. Then you have the suites, which are the really super high-end $1,800 a night type rooms. And I think there's 2 of them maybe. One of them has its own, I think they both have their own pool access and all that. But those are the general room types, are the casitas and the spa villas and the studios. So kind of a different variety based on your price point, size of your family, what you're looking for, your budget. You really can't go wrong here. You really can't go wrong. This reminds me of walking in Sydney with the bug noises. So this is the La Quinta, this is the spa entrance. So they actually have full-on spa services. You can get facials, massages, that sort of thing. And then right now we're heading over to the tennis and fitness center. So in March, they have the BNP Paribas Open in Indian Wells, just down the street. And a lot of the players will stay here at La Quinta Resort. So if you come during that week, you'll see people practicing. A lot of times they'll be on this court here. This is the stadium court at La Quinta. And they have about 20 or 30 other tennis courts back here where we're heading, including a few clay courts. So it's pretty interesting. It's a very tennis happy facility, as you would imagine, honestly, because we're in the desert and so people do golf and tennis. Am I right? So to play at the tennis facility in general, I want to say it's $30 an hour to book a court, but if you want to play on this court, the center court, it's going to be a little bit more than that. I'm not sure exactly the price point, but really nice looking court. Have the little picnic areas here. So it's a good hangout spot, especially if you're coming during the tournament. You can see some of the top players in the world practicing on this court. It really doesn't get better than that. It's one of the coolest things about La Quinta Resort. Play tennis? This is the entrance to the fitness and tennis center. Yeah, you can rent bikes, you can rent rackets, balls. They also have pickleball courts over here. So the tennis courts are here, but there's also pickleball on the other side. And then the fitness center is in here. Looks pretty empty. I think most people are by the pool right now. I think there's roughly 30 tennis courts or close to it. Maybe not that many, but there's a lot. There are a lot of courts here. And you can see going all the way down that way. Over here we have at least a couple pickleball courts, maybe a few more. And then you also have these properties that sort of line up along this part of the resort, this tennis facility. And so those are actually, you can buy them. So a lot of them are privately owned. They're privately owned condos. And they used to be pretty affordable. They've since gone way up in price, but it's pretty nice. You essentially get access to all of the resort amenities, like, you know, pickleball, tennis, all the pools in the resort, all that. So it's a pretty good deal if you're able to own one of those units. And if you rent it out during the busy time of year, Coachella, Stagecoach, all the festivals, and the tennis tournament, the golf tournaments, all that stuff, if you rent it out basically from January through April for all those events, you're going to make a lot of money. So that's a really good property investment strategy. If you're going to buy anything in California, buy it here, because it's getting more expensive, but it's still somewhat affordable compared to other places. And you can rent it out for a ridiculous amount of money to all the Coachella and Stagecoach people. And make sure you have good insurance, of course, but that is an option.
Look, there's more balls over there.
More balls. You can never have enough balls. And these say La Quinta on it. Now where are we going from here? 4-1. You got to figure out how to get out of this tennis facility. I think we can go this way. That's the main pool there. As you can see, it's not connected to the tennis, but it's right by the tennis courts. And they'll do some fun things at the main pool, like in the summer months. They'll play movies there once a week on Fridays. So it's a nice little hangout spot. I I think overall there are two kind of main pools here. That one is more for family. It's, you know, more of a family pool, and the other one is 21 and over. So they do have a kind of an adult, they call it the adult pool. Nothing really crazy goes on there that I've seen, but it is 21 and over. One of the prettiest stadium courts at a resort. I just love the La Quinta letters behind on the side. So now we are leaving the tennis area and we are walking, I guess, towards the main area where the restaurants are, because we're a little parched. This is the main walkway here in La Quinta, and this links up to a little side grocery, or not grocery store, but like convenience store. You can get coffee in the mornings. They have all the meeting rooms, all the conference rooms here for events, and then the restaurants are just around the corner. They also have little trinket shops. What was your favorite shop? That one that has all the golf, like the golf, the robe and the golf shirts and everything?
Yeah, that's just the main La Quinta.
Doesn't have a name to it. Here's the directory. So we're heading to 26, which is our favorite restaurant. And that's where, that's just the best place to go if you're just looking to sit back, have a cold drink, and chill out. It's right here on the ground level. So you have this whole main area. And this patio as it goes up. Sometimes they'll have live music there during the busy season. And here's 26, and you have little outdoor seating at 26. Probably not going to happen today. Wow, look at that artwork. This isn't the menu, but it should be. There's the menu. See, kids menu. Yeah, some good stuff for kids. So they have their vacation rentals and luxury home sales office there. And I think that is where you can inquire about those spa villas or whatever you call them, if you're interested. So now we're heading back towards the room. We got our flatbread. This is our barbecue chicken flatbread, and then we got a mahi-mahi sandwich, which I'm really excited about.
He's gonna do a taste test for you guys.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. I know that's been a popular request that I haven't really given into. But you know what?
Just kidding. Jack will do a taste test of a French fry.
Well, we did do a taste test in Brisbane of the Hungry Jacks and Macca's.
Yeah.
So this is, I guess, continuing that legacy, because everybody wants to hear about food. Everyone, you know, wants to see how the food goes. So we can do it. Why not? We'll let Jack judge the fries. He can give us his honest feedback on that. Here is our blackened mahi-mahi sandwich with fries and coleslaw. And the kid is going to give it a try and let us know how it tastes. So there goes the fry, and was it good, Jack? Is it good? Is it good? Yum. So this looks pretty delectable. We're going to dig in and see how it goes. So there is a look at the blackened mahi-mahi.
That looks good.
Coleslaw on it. It looks amazing.
It's like how Chick-fil-A used to be 15 years ago. The coleslaw.
And we got a flatbread to go with it, so that should be very good as well. So for the happy hour at the restaurant here, it goes from, I think, 3 to 5 every single day, and you can get a discounted flatbread. You're gonna open it right now. Here's the flatbread. And there's your flatbread. Barbecue chicken with the jalapenos. I remember the jalapenos being a little bit kicky.
I like some jalapenos.
So this is our feast. We have the barbecue chicken flatbread. She's gonna give it a go. What do you think? Yeah, not too shabby. Gotta watch out for those jalapenos.
Nice browning on the bottom. And we're having it with a side of cider.
Yeah, look at that.
Sponsor us.
Sponsor us, cider.
Some chicken? Some chicken?
What's that? What's our final verdict on the food?
It's good.
Yep, the blackened mahi-mahi sandwich was A-okay. The barbecue chicken flatbread, also quite good. Highly recommend, actually. Now it's time to go in the pool.
This year he's into it.
Well, pool session has concluded. Now we are on our way into Old Town La Quinta, which is a really cool little spot just south of the resort here. They have some good restaurants, some interesting little trinket shops. We're gonna go check it out. See what's up. We have arrived. Old Town La Quinta, ladies and gentlemen. All its glory. I gotta say, I'm a little devastated. This used to be La Quinta Brewing Company, and it is no more. What do we think of that? Yeah, that stinks. That's too bad. I am shocked. We've been coming to La Quinta Brewing Company for many years, several years, and it is no longer. Now they do have another location, I think in Palm Desert. Hopefully that's still open, but man, this stinks. This was so convenient, right down the street from the resort. You couldn't beat it. Oh well. But there's some other good stuff around here. There's a Mexican place over there. Was that the place we went last time? Tequilas? It might be.
Yeah, the place, it's like around.
So anyway, the Old Town area here is very charming. It was better when it had La Quinta Brewing Company, but it's still very charming in its own right. Careful. La Quinta is a very small town, so you kind of have this. You have this right down the street from the resort, which is nice. We got a large gathering going on up here with live music. This is that upper patio section of the resort. Hey, where you going? This is the high-end restaurant here on the property, Morgan's in the Desert. It's a steakhouse. It's where you go for a wedding, special occasion like that. Fun fact.
That's why it's called 1920. That's why it's called 1926.
Here's where it was founded, 1926. That's cool. Love walking around the property at this hour. Something very peaceful about it. You have the sun setting over the mountains in the distance. Very, very peaceful. Got a life-size chess set. Look at this. This is a nice touch. Little Magnus Carlsen. So we got a couple drinks over at this stand. So they have these kind of pop-up bar carts in front of the restaurant area, only on weekends. So we bought a couple of, what are these called?
A cucumber lime refresher.
There it is, cucumber lime refresher. So this is probably our, what, 6th or 7th summer going to La Quinta. What are your thoughts this time around from past visits? Anything different stand out to you, better or worse?
No, I mean, it seems busier.
Yeah, so we've noticed that. In the summertime, in the past, it's usually dead. Nobody comes here in the summer, it's too hot. This time it's a lot different. He's like,
Okay.
help me knock these over.
Is that your spot? Hey, am I the white one? Roll right out. Got your hand wet?
Well, that was a fun hang here at the resort. First evening here. We're only staying one night, but our one and only evening here was a good one overall. We're glad to be back. Now we're gonna go back to the room, relax, call it a day, and probably go swimming in the morning. Just one last taste of that sunset over the mountains. Beautiful. This is our last morning here. We just did a nice swim in the pool. Perfect temperature. And today's gonna be pretty low-key and simple. We got a late checkout for 12:30, which is amazing. Now we're probably gonna walk to the main area, the 26 restaurant, and see what's going on there, maybe get some breakfast. You can see it's pretty dead outside. It is a Sunday morning here, so I think a lot of people went hard yesterday. The pool was packed yesterday. Now no one's here. Don't really have anything to complain about, do we? So as you can see, the pool area is very empty this morning, which was, it made for a nice swim. We just did some swimming for about 45 minutes. And even did the hot tub for a second. When these pool areas are empty like this, especially in the mornings, if you're a morning person, then this place is gonna suit you perfectly, because people typically don't go out super early in the morning. And you can just walk right out into the pool, which is nice. So now we're heading, this is the main pathway. We were here last night, walking back to the restaurant area, the main area, the resort. You can see behind me there is the La Quinta spa, which we showed yesterday. And you can get massages and all the good stuff down there, facials. Here's the front of the spa, La Quinta, which we saw last night. And so it's pretty much the halfway point in the resort, I think, because behind there's the tennis facility, and then up here is the restaurants in the front part. So it's kind of a halfway in between point.
Water, apple juice.
So we have this little corner table here at 26, and of course we're having mimosas here in the morning. Cheers. Our last morning here. This technically is the bar area, but children are allowed to sit here. So oftentimes this is a less busy spot. Most people are eating outside this morning, but we're chilling in here. It's really nice and peaceful.
If you choose.